Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Bryn. I'm the Assistant Commissioner of the MIAA, and I'm very excited to be here today with Annika Smith from St. Mary's. Annika, how are you today?
Hi, nice to be here with you, Lauren. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a senior here at St. Mary's. I am a mathematics major, earning also an English literature minor, and I play tennis here for the Bells.
Obviously, you have had plenty of time within the MIAA as a senior. Describe your time within your conference and maybe some of your favorite rivalries.
So my time with the MIAA has been rocky to say the least. My freshman year was 2020 when we shut down due to COVID, and my sophomore year was COVID year. So we were in masks, navigating all sorts of cancellations, travel restrictions, playing our own team for matches, all sorts of things. And then my junior year, I went abroad in the fall, which was wonderful. I was able to visit Budapest. Um, and then I actually injured my shoulder while abroad and had to have surgery when I came back in the spring. So I was unable to play that spring also. So this year, finally, I was able to play in the fall, coming back after surgery. And this spring, I'm hoping to have a fully healthy and wonderful season.
What drew you to Division III in the first place? What makes D3 special to you?
One of my favorite things about D3 is that as a student athlete, I am still fully able to be committed to my academics as well as my athletics. I love that I can have a major and a minor, I can study abroad, I can have other extracurriculars, clubs, and jobs while still being able to play the sport that I love and competing at a high level.
I'm sure you're pretty busy between studying and tennis, but what hobbies do you have outside of that?
One of my favorite things to do is travel. So I loved my time abroad. I did a semester, as I said, in Budapest studying math. And then just this past summer, I was in London for a month. I traveled around Western Europe, and then I was able to spend 6 weeks in Lisbon. And it's just been wonderful. I also love learning languages. So that's definitely one of my favorite things to do.
How are you able to balance tennis and your studies while maintaining a near 4.0 GPA?
My favorite thing to do is keep busy. I find it's the best way to manage your time. And does it make things more challenging in the moment? Of course. Do I wish that I had more time to just read a book or take a nap? Yes, that would be lovely. But I love the productivity. I love being able to start my day with all sorts of things on my calendar and finish playing tennis with my team and have just the variety is really what I love about playing D3.
We touched on this, but you were talking about, your time with going through COVID, your first year especially. Walk me through the thoughts and emotions during that time, both individually and as a team.
Yeah, I remember we were actually on our spring break trip in Florida as a team when all the schools started shutting down in March 2020. And I remember I was still just a freshman. I didn't fully understand the magnitude of what was happening. And I mean, I don't know if anybody really did, but I just remember the seniors on our team were just truly heartbroken. And it was so hard to see them going through that and not being able, it felt fine. We were in Florida, we were on spring break, everything was great. And then everything wasn't. So it was very just having the rug pulled out from under us.
How did you and your team manage to stay connected and, hopefully somewhat optimistic during those unknown times?
I think one of the best things we have group chats that we're always texting in. We have like Snapchat group chats, so much fun. And we just look out for each other. We're always checking in, always doing fun activities. And we truly just love being around each other. The team aspect is one of my favorite parts of playing a sport. So no, our team, we just keep motivating each other, having fun, but also being competitive.
You talked about going to Budapest a little bit. Your coach mentioned that it was a pretty intense math program. So talk to me about this math program and what drew you to choose Budapest to travel there for that.
Well, as I said, travel is something that I'm truly passionate about. So even when I was choosing what college I would go to, I noticed that St. Mary's offered this program in Budapest. And I'd actually been to Budapest before, and I knew I really loved the vibe of the city. So that was something that I'd looked into since starting my undergraduate experience. And while I was there, it was incredibly challenging, very rigorous. I'm coming from a small liberal arts college, and these are students from all over the world. So it was very intense, but a wonderful experience. I grew my independence and just my ability to determine how to manage such difficult situations. I'd never been challenged like that before. So it was truly challenging, but truly wonderful.
What was your favorite part overall about traveling to Budapest?
I would have to say the city I loved, absolutely wonderful. My favorite city probably in the world. But due to the challenging times, the friendships that I formed while I was there are just incredible. I was just talking with one of my roommate while I lived there 2 days ago. We had a phone call to catch up, and just so no, it is a constant. Those friendships will last forever.
I like to close out each interview with a fun question. It sounds like you've traveled quite a bit. What is the most unique food that you have tried in your travels?
That's a good question. I think I would have to say one of my favorite things in Budapest, they have this dish called a langos, and it's from like war times because they had such limited ingredients. So it's basically just like a large fried patty, and they put cheese, they'll put sour cream, you can add other things, but it's super quick, super easy, super hearty and sustainable. And no, such good like street food. You can grab it on corners all over. So I think that was my favorite go-to.
Well, I love that. Annika, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today, and best of luck to you and your team this season.
Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you also.